human shit on the kitchen floor. I do some dirty dishes. She's probably fucking.
Just unbelievable. Let me say hi to Jim in Buffalo. Jim.
Hey, how's it going? Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Hi, fella.
Hey, let me ask you something, Jim. We're gonna take our time today because it's a snow day and it's buried in snow somewhere out on Long Island.
He's scared.
He can't get his Escalade out the driveway. Now, Jimmy's going to be playing Rochester in April. Are you going to make the trip from Buffalo to Rochester for the gig?
I definitely would. I love going to Rochester to watch Jimmy Norton and any comics.
See, I was telling Jimmy yesterday, I'm like, I think a lot of people from Buffalo will make the trip.
I hope so.
And maybe some people from Syracuse. That's not too far. You know.
I haven't been there in years.
The other direction. Anyway, what do you got, Jim?
Well, I'm driving on the 90 right now. I'm actually headed to Orlando myself. Really regretting this decision because I can't see 2 feet in front of me. So,
is it that bad already?
I'm sorry?
Is it that bad?
Yeah, it's really bad out here.
So Buffalo's getting snow too today? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think you're going to get the storm that we're getting.
Yeah.
Hopefully you don't hear the crash sound while I'm on the phone here.
And you're another truck driver?
No, I'm just an idiot trying to go visit some family.
Why don't you fly? Is it too expensive to fly for you?
Pretty much.
Yeah, all right. Well, good luck to you. Call us in a few hours and tell us how you're doing.
All right, Funkus.
Funkus to you. Let's go to Jason in Michigan. Jason.
What's going on, boys? How you doing this morning?
All right, brother.
That truck driver that said the Midwest wasn't going to get hit, as the last caller said, that guy's kind of full of shit. I live in southeast Michigan, and I'm driving to work in Ann Arbor. I've been on the road for 2 hours now, and I'm still 45 minutes away from work. It's normally an hour drive.
Wow. So where's this? It's snowing everywhere today?
But here.
We
have it, but it's nothing.
Yeah, it's not much yet.
It's coming, man. As much as I hate to say it, and by the way, fuck that meteorologist from yesterday. That guy annoyed the fuck out of me.
Wait, who?
That fucking extreme meteorologist.
Oh, Rick Kosak.
Fuck that guy. That guy's a douche.
We're trying to get him on the show today. I think he might call in.
If I don't make it to work, I might have to call back in, boys. I'm punching out. Have a good day.
All right. I love that guy. He's great.
Yeah, do we? Let's say hi to Tara in Syracuse. Tara.
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good, Tara.
Hi. So I think Anthony's a pussy. I drive every day from Rochester to Syracuse to go back and forth from work, and he couldn't drive in from Long Island.
He's not a pussy. He's not a pussy. I'd say he's more of a queer. And I think those that know Anthony would agree.
Jimmy, I'm very excited to see you when you come to Rochester.
Oh, good. Thank you.
I think if Anthony had a better truck than an Escalade, he would have made it in today, Tara. So why don't you leave him alone?
I have a little Cobalt, and I slammed into somebody last week from ice, and I got my car fixed the next day. So if he can't make it in an Escalade, he can fuck it. That's ridiculous.
That's the one thing about living up. Where do you live? You go to Syracuse every day?
I work in Syracuse. My boyfriend lives in Webster. Right outside Rochester.
I mean, the black ice. We don't deal with black ice in New York as much. Up there, black ice is a motherfucker.
Do you understand what an obsession black ice was for me for years of my life? Because I would drive everywhere.
Yeah.
So Levy used to just torture me because I was so terrified of black ice. I would always talk about it.
Yeah.
And it would just like, shut up. He would be driving, he'd be doing like 40. I'd be like, slow down, there's black ice. He'd be like, just shut the fuck up. It's rain.
Right.
So black ice really ruled my life. So I have a healthy respect.
Did you have some kind of temperature gauge so you knew if it was ice out there or not?
No, it was a Saturn.
Now
you have them. I never had that.
And wasn't Levy all fucked up when he was driving you?
Levy was always in a blackout.
So he was in a blackout, and you were worried about black ice.
Let me
That's
rephrase.
Not a good combination.
I was driving. Levy was in the passenger seat, just smoking when I was asking him not to. It's my new car. He's just fucking smoking. 30 Cuervos. What a fucking drug addict.
30 Cuervos.
Bob is the greatest. I told you, I remember we did Woodstock 94.
He should call in and defend himself. I think he's up.
We did Woodstock 94, and we were in a performer's tent.
Yeah.
And it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm up there, Florentine, Don Jameson, Eric McMahon, and a Voss, and fucking Bob Levy is propped up on his elbow doing coke off his driver's license at 3 in the morning, and we're all trying to sleep. He's like, come on, man, what's going on? Let's just talk. What are you guys doing? It's like, fucking Levy, you're doing coke off your driver's license. Why are we discussing this? Go to bed. Go to fucking sicko.
And you're sober.
Dude,
That's what makes it the worst.
I got pictures of Bob, and I have to bring him in where he was on mushrooms and he pulled his pants aside, and literally his dick is a quarter inch. And he's on stage, and some naked man came on and was trying to touch him on stage. It was really a great fucking gig.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's many, many years ago.
Fucking Levy. That's hilarious. Let me say hi to Coke Logic. Coke Logic, how's Chicago today?
Snowy.
It is snowy?
Oh, Christ almighty. The streets are fucking horrendous. You can't drive on anything.
I'm supposed to make a trip up there to see Eric Logan. Maybe in the spring. Finally, I'll get to Chicago. I've never been. I want to go to Chicago. So what do you got today?
World's coming to an end.
Why?
Around 4 o'clock today, we had a 4.3 magnitude earthquake, 70 miles northwest of Chicago.
Really? Any damage?
Don't know. Just flipped on the old telly and saw the news pop up. That was breaking news.
That's just Mother Nature shaking a little bit. Just shaking some fleas off.
How's the Sears Tower?
How's the Sears Tower?
It's fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
So.
Yeah, you're gonna be all right.
Meaning, if you have an earthquake and the Hancock Building and the fucking Sears Tower is still standing, you're fine.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I bet you it caused $200 worth of damage.
Exactly.
Perhaps.
Jesus. All right, Coke Logic. We're just going around the country today. Let's go to Bob in Delaware. Bob.
Hey.
Hey, man.
We got about 8 inches. It stopped and rained, and now it's coming back down again.
In Delaware?
Oh, it's coming down hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to have black ice.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. I kind of wanted a snow day today, but when I woke up and there was no snow on the fucking street, I'm like, we got to do this. We got to do this thing.
Because in Manhattan especially, I mean, at least if you're driving and there could be a possible icy situation. There's nothing in Manhattan that's a problem.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
There's not, literally there could be fucking AIDS needles in the ground and we could get here within a half hour.
Oh, by the way, Jimmy, very good news. We're going to have our own Extreme Weatherman.
Oh, good.
And the Extreme Weatherman better be working on his forecast.
Oh, no. Is he tall?
The reason for the hearty laugh, the look Jimmy just gave me.
Yeah, I wonder who our Extreme Weatherman is.
Hey, Sam, do we have an update on our Extreme Weatherman? Is he working on his forecast?
He is. He's working on his forecast. He just ran it by some editorial commissions, and so far, so good.
What do you mean he's running it by? He has to run his material through somebody now?
Yes.
Why?
Well, it was me.
Oh, all right.
I mean, you know.
When are we going to hear from the Extreme Weatherman?
Well, the Extreme Weatherman is now doing an extreme job of parking cars.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
But he'll be back up.
Within the next half hour, hopefully?
Oh, yeah. He's ready to go as soon as he gets back up.
All right, cool. We got Bob Levy on line 10. And really fast. So, Danny, what do we got on the Chicago earthquake? I don't see much.
Not a whole hell of a lot was really going on. This report said that it woke some people up.
Uh-oh.
So that was pretty intense.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
No injuries or damage has been reported, but get this, guys. Several residential and business alarms were triggered. So we're not out of the woods just yet with this one.
What a dick. So what's wrong with Coke Logic? He might be just... Does Coke Logic do a little...
He's a shut-in.
Does he, is he a shut-in?
Coke Logic?
Have you seen him? Well, he came to the animation festival looking like, what's his name there? Fucking...
He makes the fucking Unabomber look like Paris Hilton.
John Popper.
John Popper. Yeah, John Popper from Blues Traveler.
He's a complete shut-in.
Is he?
Yes.
I follow him on Twitter. Seems like he just drinks a lot and stuff.
Have you noticed on his Twitter, in the living room, in the kitchen, in the bathroom, in the living room, kitchen, bathroom,
does he smoke a little dope, too? So he might have a little paranoia going on. Oh, sorry.
I guess you'd have to. I mean, you know, being into the animation as much as he is, I guess you kind of have to smoke a little pot.
Yes.
What do you think he does? I'm thinking...
Coke?
You think he does Coke?
Hence the name, sure.
No.
Well, who knows?
Oh, well, Coke Logic. Yeah. What?
Oh, yeah, he is kind of a heavy boy.
You know what?
Pot brownies.
Obviously, the answer would be Coke, but we've met him, and he seems mellow, like he would be a pothead, though. He doesn't...
Well, he's got the weight for one.
He doesn't have the weight to be a coke addict.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy. He would be a lot thinner if he was on the coke.
I love you, Coke Logic.
Let's say hi to Bob Levy.
How are you guys?
Hi, Bobby.
Did we wake you up?
An earthquake that wakes people up. That's the fucking alarm clock. It's fucking great.
Exactly.
We were talking about black ice.
Oh, Norton used to call every fucking police department all over the country to find out if there was black ice and other road skates.
You know what, Bobby? I fucking totally forgot about that.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. He called me up and he goes, I just talked to the police. There's a little black ice. I go, look, I'm fucking drunk on the way home. I don't care if there's black ice or a black guy in the car. I don't care. Let's fucking do the gig. Every cop... They probably hated Norton. They're like, going to an emergency.
Yeah.
And they got this little fucking runny-nosed fuck calling up asking about black ice for 20 minutes.
Bobby's right. I forgot it. I would call police departments to see if there was any black ice locally. So I should drive carefully.
You called the police?
I called the police. Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Oh, my.
Yeah, that Levy used to ridicule me.
What a nerd.
I really was a nerd.
Bob, is he a nerd?
He was. And he had these fucking... like baggy fucking pants so he could play with himself on the way home. It was like really creepy, and he was pretty nerdy. I mean, he would get mad because like he couldn't get laid at the gigs.
Right.
And like me and Jim Florence, he would be pulling trains and he would like punch the walls in the hotel and he goes, I fucking suck. I hate myself. And he would be so fucking angry. And I'm sure the cops were doing the same thing because every time we went to Long Island or anything, it was like a black ice report we got from Norton.
Jesus. Now,
really
is it true that he used to whack it in front of you guys? I mean, in the back seat?
In the back seat.
Yeah.
And on the way home from the gig, you heard like, I thought somebody was like washing the dog or something. And then you look back and he's like, don't worry, man. I got it under my shirt. I ain't gonna get you guys.
Oh yeah, I did say that. I was jerking off under my shirt because I was worried. I'm not gonna come on your car because Florentine was driving. Remember his red car? His piece of shit red car.
Mm.
Yeah, well, I think he still has that car.
Jesus, that's unbelievable.
But it smelled like fucking eggs. Like he'd fart in there and put the heat on and lock the windows so we couldn't open them. And fucking like Florentine had all these tricks that the torture us on the way back. And Norton would be fucking whacking off in the back if he couldn't get laid. He'd let his helmet. He'd take his helmet out of his pants and tell people, like girls, it was a piece of gum. He goes, "Can you get it off?" He did a lot of creepy shit.
Well, hey, Jimmy's calmed down in the last few years, but when we first met Jimmy, what was that one gig we did where you had you fucking
Mulcahy's?
You took your dick out. Was it Mulcahy's?
Yes, it was. It was on Long Island.
You took your dick out at the bars. We're talking to girls and stuff. Or was it your ball bag? I'm trying to remember.
It was my dick.
It was your dick.
I told someone recently that that was back in 2001, I think, where I was with the guys and we had taken a bus out to Long Island, and so we're talking to girls at the bar, and I'm like, "What? Look!" And as I'm talking to her, I got my dick out, and it's just pressed against her leg,
and she has no idea.
She has no idea that I'm rubbing my dick on her leg. It's like, and that was when I went to the bus. And the girl blew me, and when I came, she spit it onto the top of the keg so nobody could drink beer on the way home.
Ruining everyone's good time.
Yeah, because I was telling everybody drinking.
We had a bus with a keg on it. I think the bus driver was even drinking.
Yeah, it was really great.
And Jimmy ruined everyone's fun with his...
He had his dick out in 2001 when it was legal.
Yeah, exactly. Before that was outlawed.
Explain that. Yes, it was back in 2001 when everybody was doing it.
Right. All the kids were doing it, Bob. How could I not?
God, that black ice story is classic.
Dude, I forgot I would do that.
He would call everyone. I swear to God, the cops must have hated him because he would always call the cops in New Brunswick all the time. It would start off from his house. And he called them up and he goes, "Is there black ice out there?" And they're like, they're trying to say, somebody's getting killed or something like that. And then they got to go out and check the fucking ice. They're like, "Why don't you go out and check the fucking ice?" What the fuck? I got to go look outside. But I mean, how many people have you heard of being like, man killed by black ice today? I
think we all I don't know, are worried about black guys, but not to the extent that Jimmy is. I remember driving on these lonely highways late at night, and you just see black, and you're like, And you're just wondering if there's fucking, ice on the road or not. But to call the police department.
Totally forgot about that.
Norton, you were addicted to it. It was a drug addiction to you. That was your addiction.
Do you remember Woodstock 94? I was telling them how we're all trying to sleep, and you're propped up on your elbow doing coke off your driver's license, wondering why nobody wanted to talk.
Well, but remember you were looking at the big black guy's cock for 2 days?
We all were. We all were. There was one of the African band members.
It was the biggest cock we ever seen. It was the guy had pants on.
Yeah.
And Norton goes, go look at that cock over there. It was probably about 2 feet long. And Voss was like, it was bigger than Voss's teeth, but it was black.
We were walking by.
And Norton would just stay there. Remember, there was co-ed showers.
Yep.
Norton took 80 showers on the weekend.
There was guys and girls allowed. And there was no girls. It was all just guys hoping chicks would come in.
Yeah.
And there was one guy in there with a fucking horse cock. It was a little guy, and he had glasses and a horse cock. And then I remember Levy came out because he saw the guy too. Yeah. And he's like, I got booed out of the shower.
You know why? I was on blow because I was packing like a half an inch, and I was like, "There's no way I'm taking a shower in these co-ed things."
Right.
I did it once. I had like a little fucking mushroom, and I went back and did coke again.
Didn't you do mushrooms? Or did the guy who chased you naked on stage, was he on mushrooms?
I think no. Somebody threw a big bottle of piss at Don Jameson. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Jameson was on stage. Instead of booing him, they threw a bottle of piss at him, a 64-ounce bottle of piss.
What the fuck?
It was great. It was probably the greatest.
Yeah, you know what? I was going to say, it was probably the best days of your life.
Yeah, Norton was for the porta potty eating a beef stew.
Oh, yeah, with me and this comedian named Michael D. Nestor, we had a beef stew on a fucking plate. Yeah. And I was by the porta potty, and he had his pants down. Yeah, I was standing in the porta potty with him, and his pants were down, and people were walking by, and I was eating beef stew off a plate. And, they were all high, so they thought I was eating shit off a plate. Those were the good old days. Tee-hee.
Yeah, you were like, this stuff ain't too bad. I don't know why you guys are walking by.
Levy,
creepy.
You should come in and do some radio with us. Where are you right now?
I'm pacing around my bedroom.
How far out are you?
It's 2 hours.
You're 2 hours?
I'm like fucking near Philly, and then it's supposed to be a big...
Yeah, no, you're fucked. You're snowed in.
Yeah, we're not going to go until 10 today.
We got to take a break, but if you want to, call back and tell more stories, I'd love to hear them today.
Oh, definitely.
Chance, don't sabotage it by insisting on being drunk. It's like that's what's wrecking you.
Well, now we got people with their opinions, which is fine. Tim in Rochester. What's up, Tim?
You guys are like suits in there. It was a pretty gritty blues tune you guys cut off. I don't think it was that bad.
We're going to go back to it.
Yeah, I didn't really dig it, dude. Maybe because I know the backstory, and I was annoyed.
I hear that it could be something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I at least know music enough to know, wow, that could be something.
Sure.
But I don't know. I don't know if Troy has enough fucking time to make it into something.
Do we have a song that's not improv? Oh, let's hear more improv. So you know what? Maybe I'm wrong.
Kevin from Connecticut. Jim Morrison was a bad example. Opie died at 27 years old. No, the point I'm making, though, when he was recording, he was fucked up. And he was able to, get some classics out there for everybody. Hank, he's gone. Okay. And then we got Hank in Windsor. Hank.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, brother.
Hey, you know what? I hated this guy the minute you had him online. He's a freaking coward. He's doing this on purpose because he doesn't want to deal with real life. He'd rather live on the streets and drink himself to death than actually have success at something. That's why he's doing this crap. It's not so much the alcohol, it's just he's a freaking coward.
I wouldn't go as far to call him a coward. I mean, that's like a harsh... He's just a guy he's in an addiction, and he doesn't understand that he's doing... Like, if you sat him down and showed him a video of the way he's acting, he'd probably go, wow, what an ass I am. Mm-hmm. Like, he doesn't mean to be No one sabotages shit on purpose. You know, it's just frustrating to watch. I wouldn't say he's a coward. He's just making shitty decisions.
It's just a waste because he's obviously a talented guy.
Yeah.
And if he could figure out his addiction shit, he could probably be doing something in music. Not probably. He would be doing something. And it's just a shame. He's just throwing it away.
I think you just get in too deep with addiction and you're just like, there's no hope.
Yeah.
You know?
And we should have learned the first time. Matt will explain from Cincinnati. Matt.
Hey, hey, Jim. Love the show this morning. Good job, guys.
Thanks, Matt.
Just wanted to say, the same thing happened when you guys brought Grey Wolf up to the studio to try and finish off that Shelter Me song. It's just when the pressure's on, the homeless can't perform like that. It's got to be something maybe they realize that if this is their shot and they blow it when they are surrounded in that environment.
You know what? That Shelter Me thing, it bothers me to this day. The Grey Wolf Shelter Me song. If we got one more verse, I'm telling you, we could have made that into a hit song.
Why don't we get him in here?
Grey Wolf? We've given up on that shit.
No, but
Drew Boogie tried. Everybody tried.
Drew tried, but let's get him in
And then
here.
other listeners took what Grey Wolf did and tried to do something with it to make the song longer. And it's just such a shame.
Why not just write one more verse for him?
We've done all that.
And what happened?
It failed miserably.
I say we try it
Drew
again.
Boogie had him in a studio, and there was verses written, and it was just a disaster, kind of like what is happening with this Mustard thing.
I say we try one more time with Grey Wolf, because Grey Wolf, I think, at least is willing to try to do it right. I mean, give one more shot.
Right.
We got studio. That is something that actually probably would be a hit.
Really? We thought Mustard this would be easy.
I don't know.
We thought he just needed a warm studio and a few hours to figure it all out, you know?
Well, Grey Wolf just needs one or two verses.
Right on. Back to this improv thing.
I've got to find my way. I've got to baby, all I got now is you. Got the one.
Danny, what do you think?
Danny's just losing his mind over there.
It just sounds like, I mean, look.
You can hear that it could be something.
Great. And
be honest, at least. You can hear that at least.
And the millions of people who go and jam out every day in studios, I mean, that sounds like something, too. It's just another mediocre guy who fucking just can't get it going on.
Let's go to Joe. Well, it got the phones lit, man. Everyone has their opinion. Joey on Long Island. Joey.
What's up, boys?
Danny's been wanting to say Mustard sucks since the first day you met him.
Awful.
Joey. Jesus.
That fucking song sucks. You know what it is, dude? You want that song to fucking be good, and it's just not. You know what? There's guys out there that that would give a fucking ball.
Yeah.
Fucking be in that position that has the opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
You know what? He just fucking pitches it away. You know what? Fuck him, dude. You know what? I got fucking ideas for you for the show, and I don't have the opportunity to give them to you guys. So, you know what? Fuck him. Move on to the next fucking guy. I'm sure there's fucking 30 other guys that would do it.
You know what, Joey? Follow me on Twitter, Opie Radio. I'm getting some good stuff from the listeners all the time. I'll read your shit.
I'm on it, dude.
I'll read your shit.
So also,
who are you on Twitter?
It's my last name, but my little my screen name is my first and last name. But if you just see like on the little side notes, it's Joey from Long Island. You'll see it.
Okay.
I just added you yesterday.
All right, I'll check you out. Write me some
All right,
shit.
boys.
All right.
let's hear one of his songs that's regular. Maybe that was just not a good example. Maybe are some of his regular songs better?
Yeah, try number 2.
No,
We just did.
No. No, two is going to be the best one he did. So I want to play another one that might not be up to track number 2.
What do you think might?
So give me another track that we should at least listen to that you think might be.
I don't know, man. It's.
What about? I'll read the songs again. Last Time We Met, All the Time with the Same Old Bastard Bullshit, Impulse to My Addiction. Or,
That one's about his drug addiction, or his alcohol addiction. So you might want to give that one a shot. You know what? Here it is. In his defense, yeah, he's not the best, but his story is cool. You know what I mean? It's a guy on the street. He came up here. We threw a guitar at him. He did creep. And there's a lot of pain in his voice, you know, so that's what I'm drawn to.
Right.
And that's where I think the talent is just trying to...
You're an enabler, aren't you?
Who drinks in your life?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Okay. What was the issue in your life that you have to bring people in and make them better?
No, I just...
Let's discuss this. Jimmy knows.
I mean, everybody's felt pain, so... you just try to...
What is it about him, though? It hits close to home? What's the story? I think Jimmy's onto something. What's up?
It's just like you have a guy, and he's looking for a shot, so you give him a shot. And that's what I'm trying to do, and try to get... I like raw talent.
Right.
And to try to bring that out of him and capture it is what I was attempting to do.
So, Troy, you think that if he has a hit song, you'll never wake up again with those screaming of the lambs?
Hopefully not.
And someone is saying Mustard said the guitar was not his strength. Maybe get some other guys to play and let him sing. There's another guy playing the guitar in this.
Yeah.
This time. And the guy who built Mustard's website, good for you. Stop fucking calling.
What does he want? The guy who built the site?
Brian, what? Really, what? I only hung up on you 5 times. You didn't get the point, so what?
Well, I wasn't sure if it was disconnected.
No, it wasn't. It was a hang-up. It was a classic hang-up.
What? I apologize.
What are you doing for Mustard? Go.
It's thehomelessmustard.com. That's all.
It's his website? What's he got on there?
It's got his videos, and I'm trying to get him to send me some of the MP3 files, because his music on his MySpace page is actually pretty cool. There's a song called Evacuating Mars that I like. But
all right, well, you know what?
It's got some pictures to you guys with links to your website.
Well, you know what? I'm going to be checking out your website. Mustard is copywritten. I own the name Mustard. Yes, I own it.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Well, I own the homeless, so we can share it.
All right. Thank you.
Goodbye, Brian.
All right.
TheHomelessMustard.com.
Let's say hi to Steve the trucker. Steve.
Hey.
Yes.
Morning, guys.
Hi.
Hey, I'm an ex-meth addict, and all this guy, all you're doing for this guy is enabling him. Until he hits rock bottom, he's never going to want to come back up. And he's not at rock bottom yet. You're just giving him a way to get more drinking and get some food and get warm for a little bit.
Seems like he's pretty close to rock bottom.
I don't know how any lower you can get other than being dead.
Jimmy, you're an ex-addict, right?
I'm still an addict, but I just don't get high. But yeah, the thing is this. Enabling is giving a guy a shot and saying, look, come up and play some music and see what you can do is not necessarily enabling somebody. If you're trying to wrap a life blanket around them and force them to live a better life and constantly making excuses, that's enabling. But I think if a guy's just coming up and you're like, all right, let's see if he can put something good down, and just helping somebody out is not necessarily enabling them.
Right.
Well, the guy is an amazing, amazing voice.
Danny disagrees.
Danny's making a lot of faces. Instead of making the faces, you got to speak your mind, dude. I hate the making faces shit.
Danny's not very shy.
If you got something to say, you got a mic, say it.
Well, look, I mean, the guy, you know, his voice is not bad. He does have a good voice when he chooses to, you know, to focus and actually hold a note. But you know, he's proven that it's just incredibly difficult to even make it through like a 2.5-minute song. So, you know, voice or not, I mean, you got to have some basic structure, right? You know, if you're going to try to get something going on. So, you know, I don't care how good your voice is if you can't use it properly.
Well, that's the point of these demos, is to try to.
I think I don't know anything about this stuff. I'm not even going to make believe I do. I think it would work with him and a guitar. I think it's too complicated to bring a band in with this guy, and I think they're all distractions.
Well, he's only got one guitarist, right?
Yeah, but let him fucking figure out the guitar and sing, and we'll throw some shit out there. I think trying to get a band together with this guy. Good luck to you, Troy.
Well, I was shooting for the stars.
Yeah, you're gonna drive yourself nuts. I think him. Just tell him, look, it's you and a fucking guitar. We got some recording time, and just do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, look, let's see what one of his regular songs sounds like. Maybe he did better on another one.
Well, no, we're gonna hear "Impulse to My Addiction" first. A piece of it.
Okay.
Impulse to my addiction. Impulse to my addiction. Because I have so many.
Jesus, why are you dealing with this? And to all the people, why aren't you? This is why. All right, so stop writing me.
Pulses and addictions and impulses to those addictions.
Is he snorting lines?
No. Every song was a struggle, I'm telling you.
Troy, what the fuck? Who's hurting in your life that you're taking on Mustard? He's not ready to open up to me, but you hit on something.
Yeah, I think someone.
Sam?
Even if they're not hurting presently.
Yeah, Sam.
Somebody.
Troy, there is something connecting him to this.
Yeah.
Because I talked to him the day after, and the emotion that was on his face was just really like he was bummed, disappointed, depressed. Like this was there was something cathartic about this for Troy, and when it started falling apart around him, It was something deeper than
You just felt like
mustard
you
music.
can't help this guy, right?
Here's what it is.
Because Sam is implying the pain was etched in your face.
No, you know, as a human being, you see what this guy has to go through. And you see when you say goodbye to him, I'm going to my apartment, and he's just going to sit on the corner.
He made that choice, though. Right, Jimmy?
Yeah, he did, but, you know, there's decisions in life that just keep a domino effect till you get to that point.
Right.
I mean, you don't walk down the street and see a homeless guy sitting there freezing, you know, and you're like, you know, that could be me.
It doesn't bother me at all anymore. When you live in New York City, you realize most of those guys want to be right where they are.
Yeah, and you know,
I used to be like you. I'm like, oh my God, you get sad, you pull out your wallet, what could I do? And then you realize these guys, I see the same homeless guys in my neighborhood. They don't, most of them aren't even aware they're on the street at this point. They're happy. They're just happy.
I mean, look at Tippy. You know, as so many times as you know, Dr. Steve or even Keith would try to clean him up and try to get something going on. I mean, he enjoyed being homeless. He really enjoyed it, and I'm seeing that a little bit with this mustard guy. And you know what? I think the guy he just likes the lifestyle. It looks like he likes not having the responsibility. He understands that there are people out there that'll help him, but the guy just doesn't give a fuck. And I understand he's got addictions and demons and shit. And well, whatever. And that's why the fucking guy's homeless.
But Troy,
I'm going to get killed for my statement. That's a blanket statement, but I'm saying a lot of homeless people are happy right where they are. For real. Troy
is saying, I think, and I understand this, that like even though you look at him, it does make you grateful for the way things are in your own life. It's like, you know what?
Absolutely.
It's like because especially me, like I was a fucking fuck up, and I mean, yeah, I made the right choices, but you know, it's a corny old expression, but you know, but for the grace of God, go I. So you look at a bum and you're like, well, I'm not any better than he is.
Right.
I just made a better choice. I'm not a fucking smarter guy or a fucking more entitled guy. So I have a certain amount of empathy. Like I've known a lot of homeless people in sobriety, and none of them have ever said like, oh fuck, I miss those days. They've all, like, once they get to a certain point of being sober, they're all like, ugh, holy shit, what a nightmare, eating out of dumpsters.
Then there's a realization.
Yeah, so
but when
I mean,
you're living in that moment, you don't really know what it's doing to you.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
So I'm in a position where I'm able to help him and do what I can. So that's what I did, you know.
All right, I stomped on a homeless cake once. Homeless man's cake once.
That wasn't one of your finer moments.
It's all my fault, hey, I never thought anything was true, but before I'm on it, before I go, I go places like that.
Sit the guitarist down and go, it's not about you. What, has he got the fucking guitar at the mic in front of Mustard's face? This fucking kid's bugging me.
He just wanted a Reuben.
Oh, he's got the guitar right up there.
Maybe if he got his Reuben, he wouldn't have been so angry on the guitar.
You get a homeless guy who's falling asleep. Don't put the guitar at the mic. Strum, 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 strum.
Yeah, they were in their own world.
Little prick.
They were in their absolute own world. But you know that if you could fine-tune one of these songs, you could hear it on the coffee house.
Well, that leads to the one you thought was the best track, Out of My Head. I don't know if we're going to play the whole thing. We shouldn't.
I mean, just play, let people.
You want to hear Out of My Head? This was the best song he did. How many hours?
It was about 2.5.
Jesus.
And they would have kept going, but I said, hey, look, we have to wrap this up.
Because you knew nothing else was going to happen.
Yeah, and I, to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, so.
Right. All right, hear you.
I've been out of my head, I've been crazy for days. I'm a lazy mind ways, and I've been left here for dead. I'm been constantly crazy, and I'm a person minded and fast. Haven't told myself to
The stars might have just been aligned. Because he did that song on our show, and it was way better than this. Yeah. Way better. And that was him and a dumb guitar.
Maybe he has to be maybe he was in really bad shape.
I can't listen to any more of that. Huh?
Maybe he was in really bad shape when he came in to Sarge Roy.
He was in bad shape the last time he was on our show, too. I was like, oh, boy. Maybe he got...
They passed out on the toilet.
Yeah,
that's
maybe,
right.
Maybe he got scared.
I'm acting like it was an optimum fucking performance. In mid-shit, he dozed off.
Jesus, the phones. Let's go to Cody in Indiana. Cody.
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
Pretty good, brother.
Good. You've given me hope, Opie, because I'm a musician. I have confidence in myself, but I have even more confidence now knowing that if a guy like you will give this guy a fucking shot, I will be a fucking superstar. And on top of that, hey, Troy, I'll bring you food if you want to produce me, brother. I'm there.
Yeah, see, like Danny said, a lot of guys out there would love this opportunity.
Sure. What kind of music do you sing, sir?
Well, it depends on, who's hiring me. I've done stuff for Meatloaf, and as bad as it is, Clay Aiken even, but, I can go all over the place, R&B, acoustic rock. Try not to get too pussy, but, it's fun.
What do you like? You write original music?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I like to stick more toward, it's a kind of an obscure thing for someone like yourself, but there's a group called Guster. I like to do kind of stuff like that.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Not as wussy as Guster, kind of, even though I love them. But
what's the name of your favorite song that you've written that's yours?
It's called Normal Man, and it's a corny title. I didn't come up with the title, but basically it says when all of the other superheroes in the universe lose their powers, who's going to save you?
That was not me.
You're going to make Troy feel bad for him.
Troy's going to search that guy out, too.
Yeah. Wait, I wanted to know what Normal Man was.
Joe.
It's a guy in a cape with an N on it.
Joe.
Yeah, believe me. Yeah, thank you.
We know what it's supposed to be.
Exactly, not the Black Lantern.
Joe. Buddy.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, listen, I liked Mustard when he first came out, when he sang that Creep song. I swear, it was amazing. But I swear to God, it sounds like the guy's got a dick in his mouth. I can't understand a word he's saying anymore. Yeah. I mean, enough with the sob story. Who gives a shit? Everybody's got a sob story, for Christ's sake, man. I was in the SEAL, took shrapnel, couldn't no longer be a SEAL. Went and got a job, for Christ's sake, making 6 figures. Lost that to a Mexican. My dad ends up killing my mom, and he kills himself. Everybody's got a sob story.
Your dad killed your mom and then killed himself? Were they estranged? What happened?
Ah, Christ, she was banging a nigger, and my old man couldn't have me. I was just couldn't deal with it.
How long ago was that?
Yeah, I know. It is pretty funny now, man. I didn't laugh at the time, but
yeah, that's awful.
No, it's a horrible story. Well, just your choice of words just made us laugh a little.
Well, did he catch her in the act, or did he know about it? What happened?
Actually, the guy, he was a preacher, no less. And his wife called my dad at work, and I was there at home the day that he came home and confronted her, and I'm like, nah, Dad, you're crazy. There's no way she could be doing this. And I kind of settled him down, but later on she admitted to him, and like a month later just drove him freaking insane. If you knew my dad, he was one of the most prejudiced sons of bitches she ever met, and he couldn't deal with it anymore.
He was one of the what kind of guy was he?
Prejudice.
Oh, prejudice, okay.
Yeah, he got jumped when he was younger by a bunch of black guys. He just never really got over that whole deal. Really kicked his face in pretty good. But,
right.
He grew up in Cleveland and everything, in the worst parts. But, yeah, I mean, it happened right in front of my sister, who's an invalid. She's been on life support since she was 8 years old. Everybody's got a story.
So he shot her and then shot himself?
Oh, no, he stabbed her. He stabbed her about, 41 times. And then right in front of my brother, he stabbed himself 3 times in the neck and told him to leave.
Holy shit.
And how many years ago is that?
It's 1990.
Oh, okay. It's 20 years ago. Wow.
Oh, no, it was 2000. That's right. It was the millennium.
10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago.
It
was all over the news, but,
Who had to clean up the mess?
Actually, you're not even going to believe this, but they brought in a company, and the guy recognized me because my father-in-law blew his head off, and the same guy cleaned up that mess.
Wait, hold on. Your wife's husband shot himself. I mean, you saw your wife's father.
Yeah, shot his fucking brain, shot his head. I swear to God, I actually came in right after it happened. Here's a great story for you. You guys want to know how sick I am. I walked into the place. She's losing her mind, locked herself upstairs. I walked over. He's got a robe of his brain on his lap, Another load that was playing is on the end table. He still got the shotgun in his hand. A cop's upstairs trying to get her out of the room. He comes down and goes, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, I'm her son-in-law. You know, what's going on? He goes, "I can't get her out of the room." I was like, "Well, go deal with her." So he goes back upstairs. I ran over his body, took out his wallet, and took $200 off his carcass.
Well, what was he going to...
Everybody's got problems, man.
See, Troy, everyone's got problems. You can't save the world, Troy.
Was your mom was she still having sex with the preacher when your father killed her, or had she stopped and just confessed?
No. I think that was it. I don't know, man. I mean, she took care of an invalid for, 20 years, never left the house because she had to deal with my sister for 20 years, and I think she just got burned out, man. Wow. I don't think she still loved my dad. I just think she just got burned out.
Right.
Wow. That's we're not going to beat that today, man. Jesus.
I'm telling you, brother, I got it.
I hear you, Joe. Just don't fuck with us, all right?
I'm happy as big as shit, man. Fuck mustard.
All right.
All right.
You guys take care. Nice talking to you,
Right on,
all right,
Joe.
see you later, man.
Thanks for listening. See, he's gotten over some major tragedies. It didn't make that guy drinking and drug.
Well, I'd say the first one he handled rather quickly. When the body's got 200 and you fucking slip 200 in your pocket, that's called getting over it immediately.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't need the money, so what the hell?
Yeah, it was actually practical.
It was practical. Practical, right. All right. We're not going to spend any more time with Mustard for now. Bring the guy up to record by himself. Yeah, we said that. Let Mustard write his own lyrics to Grey Wolf's song and get that out. I don't know if he's able to do that. Mustard and Club Soda Kenny need to form a band. Stop doing so much for this guy. He doesn't appreciate it. He should work for it. Mustard has to realize that it needs to be all or nothing. I was homeless for like a month and a half, and you have to just be strong enough to pull yourself out of it. So a lot of people have a comment about Mustard. Yes, Sam?
The stories that Troy was telling really did seem like Mustard's the type that if he ever did get famous, he would completely forget about all this entire show.
Oh, yeah. I would imagine.
Troy? I don't know. What did I say that would lead you to believe that?
Just he seems so like he seemed like Troy owed him something. Like he showed up as if Troy should be doing this for him. Like, hey,
dude,
yeah,
that's the story of our lives. Everybody that has kind of gotten famous on the way up has blown us off. Not everybody, but just about everybody.
Yeah, I thought he would have come in with a little bit different of an attitude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, well.
It was kind of...
Well, the whole picture painted in his head, and then Mustard just came and just...
Well, I didn't know what to expect, to be honest with you.
Wait, how did he come in that you thought he might have been a little bit different? Or was it like just being demanding?
Well, I just thought he would come in a little more prepared, and I think he sort of thought we would spend hours just getting this out of him, and then it was like... then afterward, I mean, there was a lot of guilt involved. You know, he kept saying... I need a place to live. How about giving me a place to live? And I'm not going to live to see this happen. And I'm just like, fuck, man. I'm doing what I can for you. I mean,
I know the shelters aren't the greatest places in the world, but he could at least start there. No, Jimmy?
He's got to pull. He's just guilting because he sees that Troy's a nice guy,
right?
And it's like there's got to be a point where you go, look, you're making shitty decisions. You're not saying get me. He didn't say take me to detox.
Right.
He said get me fucking booze.
Yeah.
So look, you want to get sober, you want to get clean, you can do it for free in New York.
Right. There you go. All right. That's the update on Mustard. The saga continues. I don't know where it's going to end up, but we'll let you know.
Cool.
All right. Thanks, Troy.
Thanks, man.
Holy shit, that was exhausting. All right. Quick break, and we'll continue.
And maybe I can do another Steven Singer read.
Ooh.
And we have 10 minutes until our new Extreme Weatherman is scheduled to make his report.
Give me the feel of what's going on down in Erock's office when you told him he has to be the next Extreme Weatherman.
Well,
yeah! I'm Erock with your Extreme Weather Report for the Opie and Anthony Show. If you're on the East Coast, you're totally fucked. Snow everywhere. Here in New York City, I just looked in the window, out the window, and it's snowing up. What the fuck? Philly, D.C., Baltimore are getting dumped on too, whitening out even the darkest parts of the city. Wink, wink. Airports are delayed as fuck, so instead of jetting south to escape the weather, bang a 540 on that black ice and bring it on home. Florida's 44 degrees anyway. Mickey's balls are like frozen oranges. Down on the third coast, Texas, Louisiana, only hitting about 45. Rednecks switching to their fleece-lined white beaters, and it's business as usual. Between Chicago to the left coast, a whole lot of nada to waste your time with. Rain from LA to Seattle, fires, earthquakes, mudslides, weeding out the weak so that only the extreme survive. I'm Erock, extreme weather up in your face, motherfucker!
Jimmy, do you want to start? I did notice. I'll say this. I noticed that you were shaking a lot as the extreme weatherman.
Oh, new character.
He was nervous.
I thought Jason Ellis was only here on the weekends.
Oh, shit.
Well, I don't know if it's an insult to Jason Ellis or you.
Jimmy?
I just like the fact that he said I was looking in the window because somewhere in his head flashed a bakery.
He corrected himself and said he's looking out the window.
I know.
The snow is actually falling upwards.
If you look out the window, it's blowing up.
Listen to his voice now. It's all fucked up.
He just fucking shredded his voice.
He's out of breath, too.
Yeah.
And this is the third time that I did it.
Why? You were practicing?
Yeah.
Where were you practicing then where no one heard you?
Somebody's empty production studio, so I just went in there.
How is it? If you came to work and opened up your studio and there's just some maniac screaming those words that he just screamed.
I think you should. I want to hear the opening again, though. I want you to fix the opening.
What part? About the snow thing?
Yeah, the first couple of minutes. I want to do it again.
Well, you're getting an LMMFAO from Al in Jersey.
That's good.
What's the double M in that?
I'm thinking it's laugh my motherfucking ass off.
Oh, okay. All right.
Good one, guy.
And Jordan and Scranton saying, actually, that wasn't that bad.
Let's hear the opening again. Can we hear the opening again? The opening few lines. Just give him the music, man.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I want to give him a better intro. Hey, we got some snow out there, some weather, some extreme weather.
Extreme!
And here to deliver an extreme weather report is our resident extreme weatherman, Erock.
Yeah! I'm Erock with your extreme weather report for the Opie and Anthony show. If you're on the East Coast, you're totally fucked.
Louder, more
Snow everywhere. Here in New York City, I just looked out the window and it's snowing up. What the fuck? Keep going. Right.
Yeah.
Philly, D.C., Baltimore are getting dumped on too, whitening out even the darkest parts of the city. Wink, wink.
More extreme.
Airports are delayed as fuck. Ow. So instead of jetting south to escape the weather, bag a 540 on that black ice and bring it on home. Florida is 44 degrees anyway. Mickey's balls are like frozen oranges.
More extreme. What's wrong with you?
Down on the third coast, I can't breathe. Texas and Louisiana only hitting about 45. Rednecks switching their fleece-lined white beaters, and it's business as usual. Between Chicago to the left coast, a whole lot of nada to waste your time with. Rain from LA to Seattle, fires, earthquakes, mudslides, weeding out the weak so only the extreme survive. I'm Erock, extreme weather up in your face, motherfucker.
How's your voice?
What?
It hurts.
It hurt. He lost it.
Yeah.
Are you going to pass out?
No, I just may not be able to talk for the next couple days.
Fuck it, hey. Let me say hi to Richie on Long Island. Richie!
Hey, Opie, Jimmy, love you guys, love the show.
Hi, Rich. Thanks a million.
You're welcome, Jimmy. Erock, you fucking killed, brother, man. You did awesome. Don't let those guys fool you. Get that little fucking Twinkie to do something. Peace out.
All right, this guy's a fan of your extreme weather thing. Although someone's saying you ripped off one of the lines. Tim in Connecticut. Tim.
Hey, boys. Hey, if you listen back to it, Erock said fleas-lined wife beaters.
Did you rip off sleeve?
We wrote we wrote it in the back as we were going along. What's it from?
Who's we?
Who's we?
Steve and Charlie.
Who's Charlie?
One of our interns.
Good old
The fuck is Charlie?
You had writers?
Hey, Kenny didn't have
I wrote
writers.
most of it, and I just was asking, what do you think of this line? What do you think of that?
I just wanted to hear his voice.
His voice is
Who the fuck is Charlie who gets this stuff?
Yeah.
What line did he write?
I think he helped me with that fleece white.
He
beard.
probably stole it.
You know, this is a very good
Charlie
idea.
stinks.
Now that you're the extreme weatherman for us, because I think you might have beat out Kenny, Vincent Bayonne goes, how about this line? The snow looks like co-fucking-K. But I want you to sell it like Danny sold it in the original time.
Unfortunately, D-Boy is here. I was going to produce I was going to resurrect the character and
really?
do some extreme weather.
But D-Boy's not around today?
Yeah, we'll get it done. Hopefully he's here tomorrow. We'll get it done.
Yeah, because it'll still be snowing tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't want to take his...
No, just do it. Just try it out. So you got to say, and I really go for it. The snow looks like co-fucking-K.
All right. The snow looks like co-fucking-Kane!
No, you got to draw it out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it has
Say
to
it
be
like
more
you mean
extreme.
it.
You got to really fucking sell it.
The snow looks like co-fucking-Kane!
Danny?
You got to do it. This should be easy for you, Eric, because it's got to come from the gut. You know, so it's got to be like this. It's got to be like. Let me get the line because I want to make sure I don't fuck it up here. The snow looks like co-fucking-Kane.
God damn.
The snow looks like co-fucking-Kane.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. That's feel good? Does that feel good?
No.
Huh?
No.
Why do you have a World Series fucking hat on?
Colts hat.
Is it a Colts hat?
I meant the Yankees hat.
I went with it, too.
I didn't even realize it was the wrong sport. I'm a faggot. Someone fuck my mouth.
That's our snow day show. What the hell? Oh, yeah. I think Richie's right in Maryland. Richie. Hold on. Let me get Richie on the line for a second. Richie.
Good morning, boys.
Good morning, Richie.
Yeah, you did good there, Erock, and I think you need to end instead of with motherfuckers. You need to end with biatch. I think that would be the way to end it.
You know what? Let me hear you do a biatch.
Yeah, the last part of the weather forecast, and then end with biatch. I think you're right, Richie. I think you're really right. Let's hit the music again, please. And here's the end of the extreme forecast with Erock.
I'm out.
Go ahead. Oh, the let's fucking up. God damn it. All right, you're going to have to do it cold, Erock.
Do it cold.
With all the, the stuff they could show off.
When it's supposed to have breasts, the camel toe in this would rule.
The camel toe would rule.
Be phenomenal. I have it.
And then just cut out the back a little bit.
Yeah.
You know.
Can I get one of those?
Take a scissor to the back.
This is very, dude, it's actually very comfy.
You can do the rest of the show with it?
I am. I love my hoodie footy, although it's my body that I hate.
Hey, cut it into like a thong so it just goes up his ass. And
My legs feel firm and very good. Sam, feel my legs.
Okay.
Feel how firm they feel.
Could we
Another thigh.
Could we cut holes where your tits are?
What?
Can we cut holes where your tits are?
No, if I had a masculine chest, I would say yes, but I don't.
No. The legs are very masculine.
No, he's got very good calves.
Yeah.
And the thighs, too.
The thighs are good, too?
You feel them.
I'm not feeling...
Danny?
I felt it.
Just feel how muscular the thighs feel.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Pretty solid.
I'm not even tightening
How
up.
about this contest? How about this? Listen to this. We have Jimmy in that thing. You cut the tits out, you cut the ass out, right?
Yeah.
5 guys take Cialis. The first one that gets a boner gets punched right in the balls.
I like it. No, because it might be me. Just feeling sexy and on display.
You better not get a boner in that fucking...
I would love to get a rod in this suit.
There's not much room left.
I'd march right into Bladder's office with it and point. Now, what are we going to do about this? I'd point angrily at my penis.
I'm going to throw up.
All right, Bob, call back. We might be on. We might be done by 10.
Yeah,
All right,
I think you could give us one more. Although that story wasn't as good as the other ones, Bob.
I know, but it was just, I remembered him just waking us up all night, that's all. And it was just like creepy that he would fucking not let us sleep because there was a big black penis in a room with us, so.
You want to save yourself and do a Rich Voss story?
I can do that.
Yeah?
I'll come up with a Rich Voss one.
No, all right, you're doing fine.
But the contest one made up for it, so fuck you guys.
All right, Bob.
Bye,
Levy,
love.
everyone. Let's say hi to Rick in Boston. Rick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, so I work with this girl, and she's kind of a freak. You know, she's got tattoos, and she's really kind of freaky. And we start talking, and she asked me if I'd ever had a homosexual experience. I said, no, I'd never had a homosexual experience, but I've always wondered, you know, what it would be like to sleep with a guy. And she actually talked to her boyfriend, and now they're coming up and offering to allow me to jump in with them. The problem is it gets a little hairy because I'm married, and my wife doesn't know that I've kind of got like these, I don't know if you call them homosexual tendencies or, you know, curiousness or whatever it is. It's not like I'm gay. I love pussy, but, you know, I think it'd be an experience.
Well, we're not going to make it up, dude. The snow is killing us.
You said that.
It's not out of sheer boredom. So anyway, I'm just wondering, you know,
why is Steve calling from down the hall? Steve, why are you changing your voice?
Yes. What is your question, sir?
Yeah.
If you saw me in my hoodie footy, you definitely want to eat man ass. Because I look fucking phenomenal in my hoodie footy.
What does she want you to do with her husband?
Well, she wants me to fuck her husband while she fucks me in the ass with a strap on.
Wow, it's the Lucky Devil Express.
Yeah, so I'm kind of like, you know, it'd be a cool experience to get involved, you know, lots of elbows and ankles and stuff, but, you know, I don't know, I've never cheated on my wife, so I'm kind of wondering if this falls into that category or if this would be like a massage.
It's rough, bro.
You're gonna go suck a dick and get fucked up the ass? I'd say that constitutes cheating.
You think that might be the cheating thing?
Getting fucked in the ass definitely goes under the C column.
Well, I'm not sucking a dick.
Oh, that'd be unmasculine of you. Exactly.
Oh.
If you fuck a guy in the ass and have a fake one in your ear, it's totally heterosexual.
That's what I was thinking. So
I know.
Anyway, all right, guys, punching out.
People want me to get the feet, the fucking footies in the shot. I wish we could help you, Rick. I don't know what to tell you. If you hold on, maybe he's gone. All right, because maybe other listeners could fucking give him advice. That would be the shot right there. Let me do another shot, Jimmy.
All right,
because they're loving it though. The one guy said he looks like Ralphie from a Cialis story. Oh, that's Kevin from Connecticut. Kevin from Conn, Conn.
Steve Blatter just walked by and gave you a very strange look.
Yeah, the look you're talking about is a look of arousal and curiosity.
Yeah, Jimmy, I've
aroused curiosity in Steve Blatter.
Yeah, move some of this stuff away. This is a good shot.
I already got it. It's already up.
You and your iPhone. Hold on. Just stay up like that with your fucking footies on the counter. And don't look at the camera. You're fucking iPhoning.
I already Twittered.
I know, but you're comfortable. You're just looking at your iPhone. There you go. Checking your mail, you fucking asshole. All right. I'll send that one too.
My little feetsies is up, y'all. Just check mine and Opie's. We're not competing. Opie Radio on Twitter and Jim Norton on Twitter.
I'm not competing with nobody, man.
From my angle, you can really see the thickness of my calves, if that means anything to you.
I think it's impressive.
Thank you, Sam. Appreciate that.
Another
appreciated that
shot of James Norton. Another shot of Jim Norton modeling. What is this thing called again?
The hoodie footy.
The hoodie footy snuggle suit.
Yay.
This shows off the footies. All right, enough of this nonsense.
I'm getting claustrophobic in this.
For real?
Really? Yeah. It can only take so much sexiness.
All right, now the callers. I was just wasting time because I knew people would fucking call up about that last caller. Adam in Brooklyn. Go ahead, Adam.
Yeah, look, I got some advice for Rick. That's a tough situation, you know. You want to explore, and I've got one word of advice for him. Carlisi out.
Carlisi.
That's Steve C's last name.
What is that guy implying about Steve C?
I guess that he's fat and gay.
Yes.
Well, that
I'd have to say that sums it up.
And incompetent.
Well,
I didn't say that.
No, the caller.
No, now I did.
all right, Tammy. Tammy in Tennessee. Tammy. Tammy.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry.
Good evening.
She's laughing because she just saw the picture.
No, I didn't see the picture. I wish I could see the picture. I don't have the technology y'all have.
Well, get on Twitter, bitch.
Well,
What's wrong with the technology you got?
Yeah.
It takes pretty good. What's up with that technology?
Calculator, cell phone, flat screen TV, refrigerator,
Oh, my God.
8-track,
MP3 player, beta, blender,
laser disc.
Excuse me, can I finish what I was going to say?
Yes, you can, madam.
portable CD player. Go ahead. Walkman,
Atari,
Damn CD player, hell. I just want to say, I think
Mario
Jim
Brothers,
probably would look good looking in that
N64
little pink
pages.
hoodie he's got on.
What's that?
Jim probably does look pretty good looking in that pink hoodie
Dial
he's
up.
got on.
I need to lose 10 pounds. I would probably look very fuckable in my hoodie.
AOL chat room.
14K modem.
Yeah, if I had, I have the Do Not Disturb sign, too. I could hang this one up.
I bet you,
Morse code.
I bet your woman would like you. You gonna wear it for your woman?
She was like, well, he was just using it in whatever way she said he was using it in. You understand? It's like he was addressing the fact that Rahm Emanuel said it, and he wasn't being asked to step down. He's not stepping down.
That's a good point. All right, let's listen to what Colbert had to say about this, as Erock really struggles to get into... Oh, my God.
It's much tighter on him.
Oh, my God. Look behind you.
Wow.
He has fucking Hitler hair. Look at his. He has Hitler at the Eagle's Nest hair.
Oh my God, he looks like an oversized baby. A big fucking Jesus, Erock.
All right, and what did Colbert? Yeah.
Also, it reminds me to give Sarah Palin a big thumbs up for standing up for the little guy, Rush Limbaugh. Last week, Palin rightfully demanded the resignation of White House Chief of Staff Rahm Emanuel for calling liberal Democrats f***ing retarded. Well, El Rushbo used the R word himself when talking about liberal Democrats. Jim?
Our political correct society is acting like some giant insult's taking place by calling a bunch of people who are retards. So now there's going to be a meeting. There's going to be a retard summit at the White House.
But Palin explained to Chris Wallace on Fox News Sunday why that was okay.
Rush Limbaugh was using satire to bring attention to what this politically correct...
word.
Using satire. I didn't hear Rush Limbaugh calling a group of people whom he did not agree with effing retards. And we did know that Rahm Emanuel, it's been reported, did say that. There's a big difference there.
Thank you. Big difference. It was satire. Listen to Rush talk about the Democrats again.
Our political correct society is acting like some giant insult's taking place by calling a bunch of people who are retards. So now there's going to be a meeting. There's going to be a retard summit at the White House.
It's so subtle, you see? So many layers.
That's funny.
You know what? Yeah, she's out of her mind, Jimmy. Claiming it was satire. That's bullshit. Look what she did to Letterman. I know that, Letterman is making jokes. It was obviously he was just trying to make jokes about his daughter, and she lost her shit and wanted him fired.
My issue isn't with her, though. My issue is with, again...
It's a bigger issue, I understand. It's easy to go after this and...
It's like, we get it, Palin, we get it, Palin. It's always fucking Palin. And I'm not saying she's not attackable. She is, and so is Bush. But it's like, I would love for some of these guys, any of them, to call out some of the racial nonsense, or call out some of the Democrats, or attack Rahm Emanuel the same way. Really,
and you said that about Colbert and
again, I like Colbert. I think he's really, really funny, man.
Maz in Florida has something on that. Maz?
Yeah, dude. Stephen Colbert had the whole audience singing Negro, Negro right after...
oh, did they really?
Yeah, dude, it was hilarious. You gotta find it and play it.
Okay, then you know what?
It hit right on the point that Jim was trying to make.
All right, then you know what? I stand corrected. I'm actually happy that I was wrong. Good, because I like Colbert a lot. So I was incorrect, and I'm happy to hear I was.
But you know, I love you, Jimmy.
Thank you very much, man.
What is the hat that Sean Penn is wearing on CNN right now?
It's a J and a P.
J/P, and then all right, it went away. Here's the rest of the Colbert.
So many layers. And Sarah Palin knows that it is okay to call someone a retard if, like Rush, you clearly don't mean it. Which is why we should all come to her defense and say, Sarah Palin is a f***ing retard. Get it? You see? It's satire.
Wow, man. They are just beating her up.
She's an easy target.
She makes it easy, though.
Sometimes she does.
She does it to herself. Hey, Erock is sort of in the hoodie footy snuggle suit. Someone is saying that you must look like Telefatty.
He looks like a Teletubby.
You don't even have to change it. Teletubby is good, too. Erock, why can't you zipper it up like Jimmy did?
You
have nothing going on in your package, by the way.
I'm sorry to disappoint.
Poor Erock.
His fucking Hitler hairdo is making me so happy.
From behind,
Kenny,
he looks like a pink version of the Grimace.
I want Kenny to attempt to zip that up.
Hold on. What?
Oh. What's
the Grimace.
Oh,
He's a big
right.
fat McDonald's character.
Oh.
You know, Erock's fat.
Suck in your stomach.
All right. Kenny's going to attempt to zip this fucking thing.
Watch his feet blow off.
Suck in your stomach.
I am tight.
Suck your chest in.
It's in all the way.
As far as it'll go.
That's it.
If I let go, it'll come apart.
Let go.
Like a. Oof, I'm baking in this.
What happened?
It just came down. This just keeps going down.
It exploded open.
Good though. My legs look awesome.
Let's say hi to Mike in Tennessee. Mikey.
Hey, a couple months ago, Jimmy was saying that none of these guys on TV call out Democrats, but Jon Stewart actually during his show, I don't remember the direct quote, but he said something like, "We got it. You got a lot on your plate, but it's time to start fucking eating."
Yeah, no. And again, I'm not saying that they won't criticize Obama at all, or they won't. But I mean, that's fine. That's a good line. It's a good point.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about with the same venom or the same precision or razor-like sharpness that Republicans or conservatives are called out on. You know what I mean? It's like Palin is crucified, and look, sometimes she deserves it, but I don't hear them crucifying or really going after Obama or really making fun of him. They rush to defend him instead of shitting on him, and almost nobody makes fun of the fact that there's a black president. Like, they'll make fun of the fact that there's a religious president or that there's a dumb hick in the White House, but they just won't make fun of that. It drives me nuts that people are so afraid to address it.
Oh yeah, I agree entirely with that. But it's not a culture that's completely devoid of criticism of the president.
No, but it's one that is a very soft criticism, and in humor, it really, people are not really going after him. I mean, they're really not. Like, look at all the David Patterson blind jokes they do on SNL, which are great. Right. You know, I mean, that's what you should be addressing, because there's a blind governor, and comedy is supposed to take a knuckle and fucking put it in that knot, the unpleasant things, and that's what we're supposed to do as comics. I love that example.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody gave me that. I didn't make that up.
That's pretty good.
He has some dry
It's a shame. So many people are completely uncomfortable with doing that sort of thing, and I don't think that that's going to change anytime in the near future. I think it's a shame, but I think that people just lack comfort with it.
Right on. Okay. All right, Mikey. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm glad Colbert addressed the Harry Reid thing. Good for him, man.
It's really hard to have a serious conversation as we look at Erock in this fucking pink hoodie footy.
I know. Well, our cocks are hard.
Let's say hi to Carl in Boston. Carl.
Good morning, Opie. Hi, Jimmy.
Good evening.
Hey, with the hoodie up, does Erock look like Patrick from SpongeBob?
That's not bad.
Who's Patrick?
Patrick.
Punch it
You've
out.
never seen Fucking SpongeBob SquarePants. All right, we're going to take another break, and I think we're going to kind of wrap up after the break. Maybe we'll do some open phones, and then we're going to
start walking Erock around during the break.
Someone actually has a really good idea. Erock, they want you running down the hall, yelling, where is it now? Fuck. Oh, yeah. Do this for Maurice in Pittsburgh. He's miserable. Make Erock run down the hall in the suit screaming, yay, snow day, yay, snow day. And Sam, please film it, because I got to take a leak.
Okay.
Here's my HD flip. All right? You have to do one lap.
Okay.
Put the hood on.
I'm trying. I can't reach back there.
He can't move his arms. All right, quick
Lars,
break,
do
and we'll
something.
figure something out. Opie and Jim Norton today. Stay there. All right, now it's just me and Danny and Sam. Lost Jimmy. I think he's doing a meeting or something. It's our snow day show. And didn't make it in. He had a better car, he would have, though. The Escalade just can't get the job done.
The roads are treacherous.
What?
Yeah, the roads are treacherous.
The roads are treacherous.
I don't think
You're
you
right.
put the snow tires on.
No, or the chains or anything like that. I think we did all right today, though.
I think you did more than all right.
I wanted to talk to Nicole from the Morning Mashup. Are they avoiding us today?
No, she walked by as soon as you went to commercial.
Oh, really?
She got to see Erock run around the building in his hoodie footies.
Yeah, I got some videos to fucking edit after this goddamn show. I got the video of Jimmy trying on the hoodie footy snuggle suit, and the sponsor better be happy, because this is like, what is it called? Product placement?
Sure.
We're doing some of that product placement.
This is the second product placement video.
And then Erock that's right. And then Erock put the suit on, and it looked horrendous on him. And then we had him running around the halls yelling, yay, it's a snow day, yay, it's a snow day.
It looked great on him. What, are you kidding me?
It did?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think so.
I thought it looked great. It accentuates all of his curves and stuff. I would totally get that for my chick for Valentine's Day. It's fantastic.
He's being sarcastic about it looking good on you.
No, I don't think he is.
No,
Really?
No.
I'm good at...
They look good on everybody.
Even okay.
Yeah.
I pick up on sarcasm better than anyone. I think Danny is being very genuine here.
All right.
Very genuine.
It's very nice.
He has nothing but love for Erock. I hear it every day.
I was thinking disdain.
Let's say hi to Jason in New Orleans. Jason, 800,000 fans attended the Saints victory parade, huh?
Yes, it was madness.
And this is the other side of the coin, man. An estimated 11 fans showed up at the airport to welcome the Colts back to Indianapolis. That's
perfect.
That's a tough loss for that city right there. What's going on in New Orleans?
Nothing much. Everybody's just hung over, pretty much. All the parades and Mardi Gras and Saint stuff. Everybody's pretty much sick every morning.
You know, I miss Mardi Gras. I think we did 3 years in a row, and we haven't been back in a few now. Because I think that Katrina kind of scared us off for a while. I think it's time to go back there. I want to do
Mardi Gras is fine. It's just as good as it was before.
Yeah. All right, what do you got for the show, brother?
You guys were talking about furries earlier. I went to Atlanta, stayed at the Hilton downtown for a bachelor party, and there was a furry convention there. And they had rented an entire floor of the hotel, and it was about 1,000 furries staying in the hotel that weekend.
Yeah.
So everywhere you went were people in furry costumes, and you get in an elevator, and there's a big raccoon next to you or a big fox. And we actually took pictures with them, and when we were taking pictures with them, we stole their ID badges off of their costumes. And so we snuck into the conference, and they had all these different rooms. There was like a gaming room, there was a ballroom, and in the ballroom, when we walked in, there's 10 furries playing kickball and a bunch of furries standing around watching. And they also had an art room with, like, an adult section.
Yeah.
And the adult section was just, like, pictures of a giraffe man fucking a horse man and two monkeys sucking each other's dicks. And, like, it was just the creepiest stuff you've ever seen.
Yeah, we talk about this from time to time, and no one has been able to explain it to us. I mean, the furries call up, they get mad because we're trashing them, but they don't explain why it's cool to be one of these things. So, you know.
Yeah, they try to take on like a persona. They all had like a name they gave their character, and we talked to them a lot, and they tried to explain it to us.
Yeah. And
it really just, unless you're just a creepy, super geeky freak, you're never going to get it, I guess.
Danny, can you find the link where it's furries having sex? I wish I saved that link when one of the listeners tweeted it to me, but I did not, unfortunately. I forgot we were going to talk about this, but the the porno I was watching, it was fucking creepy. You see, you just see the guy's cock, and he's banging what I would assume would be a woman, but who knows, because they're, in these suits, and she's on all fours, and he's just fucking railing her. And then, like, the view of the camera is the face of the person that was on all fours, and it's expressionless because it's just a mascot face. It was so creepy.
A lot of it's gay. I think a lot of the guys are gay because a lot of the artwork, almost all the artwork, was just two lizard men sucking each other's dicks or something. It was almost most of the artwork was gay.
Yeah.
And we were hoping to catch some sort of freaky action, but we didn't get that.
All right. Well, this website has all that freaky action if I can find it. I mean, Danny's good on this fucking internet, but we'll see. Furry sex, is it normal? Furry. Somebody help me out, man. I'm not the only one that has seen this website. If someone sent it to me, then people know what the site is. Call us. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate it.
All right, guys. What's that?
All right. Bobo, what?
Well, I'm calling to let you know that whole plug, that is real. That is a real gig.
Really? What plug?
Yeah. Remember yesterday you were saying how that gig was a fake.
No, I don't. No,
it is real.
What? All right.
It is real. They can follow Mersh on Twitter, and it'll have that phone number. Okay, since that phone number was revealed, they can call that number to get the tickets.
I like this Mersh character, but he better be paying you some money for all the promotion you're doing for him and his Twitter.
Well, he is paying me. He is paying me part of his cut.
How much?
I believe half of his cut, depending on what he makes at the door.
All right, Bobo.
Because he's getting paid based on ticket sales.
Bobo, I don't have time for you.
I think this is why.
What are you doing today,
Bobo?
Yeah.
Today, right now, I'm listening to the show.
No, I understand you listen to the show. That's all you do. But I mean, it's a snow day. Are you gonna make a snowman or something?
I was shoveling snow earlier.
Can you make a snowman and send a picture, and I'll retweet it for you? That's your job today. I want you to make an O&A snowman today. Can you do that for me?
All right, I'll go let my sister know, and we'll make a snowman. I'll send it to you, and I'll send it to you.
Do you have an idea? How are you gonna make your snowman different than all the other snowmen that will be made today?
Well, I don't know. I guess maybe it can be. It'll wear the hoodie that I wear a lot.
I don't know that you wear a hoodie. Just make a snowman and then tweet the picture and let me know that you fucking. Do I follow you? I don't even know if I follow you on Twitter. I don't even know.
You do. It's Mr. Met 8.
08?
Young Bobo, it'll probably be a gay snowman.
Yeah, Mr. Met 08.
No, it's Mr. Met 8.
All right, Mr. Met 08.
Snowman,
so just send the snowman pic in and I'll retweet it, okay?
All right, no problem.
All right, that's your job today. But we're going to start giving faithful listeners, fucking assignments. You have to make a snowman. That's not the site I saw, Danny, but that's fucking creepy, too. The one I saw, they both, were completely, they look like mascots, is the easiest way to put it. So they were expressionless. These people don't have the fucking head on their, the head part of the fucking suit on. Thanks, Bobo.
No, all right, you'll be sent the picture as soon as it's made.
All right, how long is it going to take you?
Well, it depends. Well, it depends how long it takes me and how long it takes my sister.
And Bobo, I want you to do this as well. Do you have a Facebook page?
Yeah, I got a Facebook, Daniel Curlin.
Okay, you know how, all of a sudden on Facebook they go, hey, everybody, meet me at this such and such location. We're going to have a snowball fight.
All right.
I want you to figure out a location after you do the snowman thing. You got a lot to do today.
All right.
You understand that? You got to make the snowman. Then I want you to get a location somewhere in Queens, and I want you to Twitter, hey, today at whatever time you decide, we're going to have a snowball fight. Meet me here. And then I want pictures of the craziness that ensues.
All right.